Hey guys, so it's gonna be a super quick video today just because you only have one thing to work on for the whole week. Yeah, let's just jump right into it. What you're gonna be doing this week is the Peer Teach group project. So hopefully you guys have already started talking to your group. I know that a lot of groups haven't been able to contact everyone in the group. This is due to like unresponsiveness of one group member. If that happens, just keep working on the project as if your life depended on it. It's gonna affect their grade, not yours. If you have like two group members that just aren't answering any messages, just go ahead and take the other group member and start working on your stuff. If you're the only one in the group that is working on anything, go ahead and send me an email just to let me know and just start working on the project because we are way too far into the semester to be switching groups last minute. So anyways, you guys will be covering the Peer Teach group project. You'll be meeting me this week. It looks like all 14 groups had at least one group member email me and schedule an appointment. So good job. That was awesome. That took a lot of stress off of me, so I appreciate it. If you guys wanted to know exactly what the Peer Teach group presentation was, first I want to direct you to the syllabus because it gives you an assignment description. It lets you know how much this is going to impact your grade, and it gives you a brief overview. But if you still have questions, I would open your CIA textbook. So this baby right here, you should have it because, you know, and you're going to turn to page 125. It looks just like this, and I mean it goes on for like pages because they have like self-evaluations for your presentation, so don't worry about that. The only thing that I want you guys to pay attention to is that this Peer Teach group project, so we use this for the face-to-face 1010 as well, and it says that there's two parts to this presentation that you guys have to present, and then you guys also have to do an activity. So since we're online and you have very little audience participation, you guys don't have to do the activity whatsoever. So you can just, anything that has to do with an activity, you can try to incorporate something with zero audience participation, but it's gonna be really hard to do an in-class activity if we're not in class. So you guys actually don't have to worry about that. So you can thank Dr. Anderson Lane for that. All that you guys have to do is put together a 5 to 8 minute presentation. The easiest way to think about this is that you're just trying to teach a lesson. I would try to put yourself into like my shoes or a professor's shoes and think, okay, I'm supposed to teach these communication concepts to a student that literally doesn't care, that doesn't want to be here. So let's make it as entertaining and as clear as possible. That's like the best way to go about this. You guys are more than welcome to use like any videos or like movie clips or songs, anything you want that will help you create like a good presentation. You guys have total agency. So this is what makes this project really fun, is that we're not giving you these super structured guidelines. You guys can do whatever you want as long as you're teaching me course concepts and you're making it interesting. One thing I really want to point out too is that you guys have to have 6 different sources for this presentation. One of your sources can be CIA textbook because we read out of this, but you actually can't use it as one of your academic sources. So you can use your CIA, which I would actually encourage you to use if your course concepts are in the CIA, but it doesn't count towards your 6 sources. So you can do your CIA plus 6 sources. So let's talk about sources. I would love if they were all peer reviewed. It makes things more credible. I noticed that on some of y'all's persuasive presentations, there were some people that were using news articles, which is totally fine, but we have to remember that sometimes even the news can be biased. The news is almost for entertainment. So if you do use a news article, go ahead and just like cancel it out with another like academic journal. A lot of you did really well at finding academic journals. You watched my video about how to utilize the library database, so that was really great. And again, there's different ways that you guys can go about this. You guys can all get together and do like a group presentation, and you guys can like role play situations, such as if you're doing like conflict and how to resolve conflict, you can like do a little skit as like a portion of your presentation. If you guys have one person in your group that just loves to speak and loves to give presentations, but everyone else does it, that's okay. They can be your primary speaker. I just have to make sure that everyone did their part in the presentation. So if someone is speaking, give them a job and then also have them speak and you can record them, but make sure that the other group members are contributing, such as putting together slides or doing most of the research, that kind of thing. You guys are also more than welcome to do like a voiceover. I know that I've done it for some of my videos, such as like the library tutorial and the how to navigate Blackboard tutorial, and you guys can totally do that too. What I really care about is that you're just following the guidelines, just the minimum criteria. You're having fun with it and you're making it interesting. There's nothing worse. There is nothing worse than knowing and being able to see that a group threw a project together and they think it's boring and they think it's shit, and then I have to grade it. So just make sure it's like interesting and that you guys are teaching me something, even though I know the things, but you know, just make it interesting, have fun with it, and just try to make it as clear as possible. Right, and the peer teacher presentation is due May 1st by 11:59. What would probably be easiest for me is a YouTube link. I've tried like other different links and we just seem to keep running into problems. So I think just like making a YouTube link would be the easiest, it'd be consistent, and it's super quick for me, so I don't have to download something to my computer and then watch it, and then sometimes it works, and then I have to email you and say, oh, it doesn't work, can you make a web link? So let's just make a YouTube link and make it so easy. So again, this is due May 1st. I also want to let you guys know that if you are in a group, this happens all the time. You're in a group and you are just doing all of the work, or there's just someone in your group that just has a really bad attitude, just like a bad apple. You guys are gonna have a chance after this peer group presentation to voice your opinions just to me about this group member. So they won't see it, but you get to grade them on how well of a group member they were. So if they were a shitty person and they didn't do anything and they weren't answering your messages or coming to group meetings, you can let me know and they're gonna get a grade for it. This is to help you guys so that we don't have a bunch of like freeloaders and social loafers getting a really good grade for this. But again, this is a group project, so again, you'll be sharing some parts of the grade with your group members. So let's all make sure that we are contributing. And a final time, this is due May 1st by 11:59 p.m. Make a YouTube link for me. That would be awesome. But we are uploading it to Blackboard as well. But I will say it's much easier if you still do a YouTube link and post it to Blackboard. And after that, a week later, your final exam is due, and then that's everything. But I don't even want to talk about that because I want you guys to focus on this group project because it does take a little bit of time and group work is always a little bit interesting. So let's just focus on that and we are good to go. And this video wasn't very short, so I'm so sorry, but I just want to make sure I'm answering all the questions I can. I'm super excited to meet with you guys this week. I always love meeting you guys in person. Again, if we're doing the Google Hangout, that's totally fine too. Just make sure you go through my mental checklist. I made an announcement about it, so we can be as prepared as possible. If we don't take up the full 15 minutes, that's okay. As long as you guys are on track, you know what to do. Okay, and I'll see you this week. Bye-bye.